Good morning, everyone! I feel like my camera's up really high, but I can't remember how I usually do it, so this is how we're doing it. People have been asking for a bit of a life update, so I have a list of things on my phone that I need to update you all about. I'll update you while I do my makeup because me and Tay are doing taking a photo today to put in our Christmas cards. So hence the, can't really see, Christmas t-shirt. So yeah, focus. Alright, wow, I look great. Alright, so I guess first of all, probably the elephant in the room, some may say, the breakup. Yeah, went to Fiji in Feb with some friends and my partner at the time, and broke up with him while we were there. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah, obviously there's a lot more to it, but it's just not worth my oxygen, if I'm being honest. So that's that. So then after that I had like heaps of placement and stuff. I wasn't in a good place, let's just say that. After my birth centre placement, I flew up to Queensland. So this was like in the middle of COVID as well. So I got a medical exemption for mental health, and I flew up to Queensland and my auntie looked after me for a few weeks. So that was really nice. Yeah, it was very therapeutic and it was exactly what I needed. I just felt so alone and I just needed to like have people around or something, I don't know. They got a new dog while I was there, so that was good. He was very timid. He really didn't like people. I don't know, I feel like we had a bit of a connection or something, and by the time I left, he was letting us pick him up, and he would sit on the couch with us. Like when I got there, could not touch him. Anyways, turns out the lady that sold him actually got charged, I think, with like animal like neglect or something and she was from a pet shop. Asshole. So I guess let's talk a bit about mental health. After the breakup, I was not good. It's hard to talk about. Did get a referral to see a psychologist, and I was seeing her. She was amazing. I was seeing her for quite a number of months. In the end, I just decided that just the psych sessions weren't enough. Like I could feel myself improving, but I was still having really, really bad days. Yeah, so I went back to my doctor and we discussed my options and we decided to start on some antidepressants. Yeah, they've been really good for me. I am still on them because coming off them is like quite a process. You have to kind of like wean off or something. So I'm just gonna like stay on them for a little bit longer, and then yeah, when I'm ready, I'll go and see my doctor and then we can talk about like coming off them. So mental health wise, like I'm really good now. The other thing I wanted to touch on in terms of mental health, and I hope it's okay that I say this, my friend, her younger sister, who was also my friend, actually passed away recently from suicide. It was like a wake-up call or something even, like, you know, like I sat on the couch with my sister and we watched the funeral because that's the only way that we could watch it because of COVID. And like I just held her in my arms and we were both crying, and like for her to say, please never do that, like just don't like scare me like this anymore, was just like shit. Thoughts like that may have crossed my mind in the darkest of times. It's the worst feeling because like I literally couldn't think about anything else other than like the pain that I was feeling, and that sucks for me because I am the person that everyone comes to for help, advice, but I couldn't think about anyone else's problems. Yeah, so that was really sad. I'll just quickly touch on, my sister, my cousin and I did a charity walk for multiple sclerosis. If you don't know what that is, it's a autoimmune degenerative like muscular disease. Our cousin has it. He was diagnosed when he was 11 years old, which is quite young. And essentially over time, it breaks down like the nerve the messages from the brain just can't quite get to the muscles anymore. So ever so slowly, people lose motor function, they lose independence, they lose dignity. So it's friggin' horrible. I will leave a link in the description box if you want to donate to MS Australia. We did 10Ks and it's so funny. My sister was like, oh, we'll run most of it. Mate, she ran for 5 seconds. Bottom line is we raised over $1,000, so we were super happy with that. I did work in a COVID ward. Obviously, I can't say what hospital, but I did work in a COVID ward. At the time that I was there was between the first and second wave in Melbourne, so we're pretty lucky in that there was not a lot of COVID there at the time. So at this point, it had kind of returned to a emergency surgical kind of ward. So obviously, I think elective surgeries were still not on, but if they were kind of urgent enough, then the surgeries would happen. I surprisingly really enjoyed. I personally, maybe a controversial opinion, I don't know, but I personally think that Daniel Andrews did a freaking amazing job, and I would have liked to see anyone else try and do it better, because I don't think they would have. I had another nursing placement in a paediatric ward, freaking amazing. It made me like reconsider my whole career. It was the variety of like cases that we got. By the time I was there, elective surgeries were just starting back up. So you had your elective surgeries, you had, like your ortho patients, so broken arms, broken legs. Some of them went to theatre, lots of, ruptured appendix. And then you had like your more medical patients. So you had like lots of asthma kids, kids in there with like viral illness or fevers where they didn't know like what was wrong yet. Ideally, I would love in future to split my time between like maternity and peds. That would be living the dream, but we'll see what happens. Then I had more placement to finish off my births. So as you know, we need a certain amount of births that we have done ourselves to graduate, basically. So I think I had 7 left. The uni gave me some extra night shifts at a different hospital, and I was really nervous to go there because they'd never had placement at that hospital before, but it was lovely. Everyone there was lovely, and I should know by now that midwives are lovely wherever you go, so it really doesn't matter. So now that I've finished all my requirements, all my placements done, all my assignments are done, basically I've applied for my registration. I have a job. It was not my first preference, it was my second, but it is really competitive, so I think even getting a second preference is like pretty good. I start on the 8th of Feb, and it is a combined grad program, so I'll be doing 9 months midwifery and 3 months nursing, and it actually is at the same hospital where I did the COVID ward placement. As I said, like I really liked that ward, so I have preference to go to that ward for my nursing rotation. So fingers crossed I get it, because it would be super nice. Everyone was really lovely, and the unit manager loved me, so that makes things easier. Oh yeah, actually, I'll tell you about the interview process. It was good old COVID. No, so basically we had to talk to a computer screen, and it wasn't, I'm not talking like a Zoom where there's someone that you're talking to. I'm talking, question pops up on the screen, you record yourself saying the answer, you have one chance to say the answer, and that's it. I had a sneezing fit in mine, so that was great. Yes, so that was that. The most exciting thing is that I bought a new car. Perhaps I'll insert a picture here. Far out, she's sexy. I am obsessed. I wasn't going car shopping like to buy a car. I was just gonna go like look, see what I liked. Then I could hunt around for like a good deal. And I bought a car. So yeah, I bought a white Mitsubishi ASX GSR. So she's white with like black detailing, black wheels. It's got like red stitching on the inside, on the seats and stuff. Now what do I do with these eyebrows? So that was the most exciting life update. I did also recently get my wisdom teeth out. No, honestly, that was the best day of my life. I was just like off my nut. Mum and Tay looked after me pretty good. I had 3 out because I had 1 out earlier in the year, just in the chair. And then this one I was put to sleep. Yeah, the bottom ones were a bit tough to get out because they were very close to the nerve. So yeah, that's why I decided to be put to sleep, because I was like, I just can't deal with the stress of that. So basically the reason I got them out, well, A, they were getting quite sore, and B, I do plan to get Invisalign next year. So I have a consultation in like 3 weeks time with an orthodontist, and they'll like give me a quote and stuff, and then we can go from there. I'm gonna have to clean up that mascara. I'm now like a week and a half post-op and feeling heaps better. My teeth are just really sensitive, and they've never been sensitive before. So like with cold stuff, ice cream, cold water, which sucks because I love drinking cold water. So yeah, and like when I rinse out my mouth and stuff, it is like quite sensitive. But I'm like eating all normal stuff now, and I feel like it's healing well. So yeah, and I haven't been taking painkillers the last few days. I guess a bit of like an endo update is that I am not on the pill anymore. I have Implanon now. Yeah, so basically I just wasn't really able to skip my period anymore, like, and I always was able to. Try to stay off my skin. After that, I went back on Levelin, which I was on since I was like, I don't know, 15 or something. But no bingo, just was never the same. I thought, you know what, let's try something new. I'm sick of trying like all different pills, but so far so good. I haven't had a migraine since I've had it, which is freaking incredible. It's like, my last headache was the 8th of November, and it's the 3rd of December today. That's like unheard of for me. I was getting like 3 a week, like bad. I've just been like hanging out with friends and like, you know, reconnecting with some old friends that I haven't seen in a while. Basically just trying to keep busy, which is really hard when I'm only getting like 2 shifts a week at work. So I'm like, what do I do for the rest of the week? I'm used to being busy and I don't even have like uni stuff to do. Today I'm just gonna quickly do something to my hair and be back in. Oh, and I need to fix up that mascara. Alright. By the way, how good is it having straight hair? This is my natural hair. No need to straighten, I love it. I hope that was enough of a life update. I feel like I've covered, oh, I still forgot to fix that mascara, damn it. I think I've covered like most things. Anyways, hello to everyone far away. All my family are everywhere. Ow, my mouth is a bit sore. Well, if I don't speak to you all before Christmas, have a very happy Christmas and a safe New Year. I miss you all and I'm sorry that it's been so long, but I hope you enjoyed this video and I will hopefully talk to you soon. Bye!